same way you used to, I require more, better than we ever had before. Gonna be whole, so I couldn't blame. Basic bottom troll, what do you want greater? I am no wave, be surfing. I show you how to get this pay, will I be stacking? Been in a whole lot of pain, now we laughing. Me and Bang making plays.
I'm the true champion, and they make me the underdog. I'ma show them all their own, because I'm the champion. I'm the real champion. There'll never be one like me.
Baby, me, yeah, I get what's mine. Let's remind them, be my ride. All gas, no way they gon' never pace us. No way they could ever break.
Welcome to NWA Cane Corsos Podcast, where we talk all things dogs.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the NWA Cane Corsos show. You know, we talk all things dogs from some of the greatest people around the world, just not the nation. Today, we have Dr. Shmaine with us. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I'm
in it to win it.
Good.
Georgia, stand up.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you are the owner of Royal Paws Purrs, mobile vet. That's a unique thing.
Yes.
Before we get started, just tell me a little bit about yourself, how you got into the veterinarian field and all that stuff.
Yeah, sure. So typically, most vets, they know when they're a lot younger, like 5, 6 years old, that they want to be a vet. My story wasn't really like that. Growing up, I had different, career options that I wanted to do from, so video production was one.
Okay.
And I realized, after going to a summer program, I was like, I don't think I want to do that anymore. Criminal justice was another one. And when I first went to undergrad, my major was actually criminal justice. And then after a year of that, I was like, that's kind of boring. I don't think I want to do that. So then I changed my major to undecided for my second year. And after my second year, I ended up having to take off a few years from school. So I took a break. It was a pretty long break. And then during that break, I was a flight attendant. So I was working for US Air Express for, I think I was with them about 3 or 4 years. And then during that time, my sister had given me a cat, and my cat's name was Merlot. And I had him for a few years, and then he started getting sick. So I took him to the vet and then found out he had hyperthyroidism and he was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, man.
So, I had to keep, taking multiple trips to the vet, within a month or two. And so from me having to take him to the vet a lot, and conversing with the vets there and, talking about different diseases and seeing all the diagnostics being done, like the blood work, the ultrasound, the x-rays, that's really what piqued my interest in being a vet. And then unfortunately, Merlot did pass away. And from that experience, I was like, this is what I want to do. I definitely, have a love for animals. I always had animals growing up. And I just wanted to be able to take care of other people's animals like I did my own.
Awesome. You've done a lot of things, and you're very versatile, it seems, huh?
I am, yes.
so do you got any more like personal hobbies that you like to do?
Personal hobbies. I enjoy working out, staying in shape, exercising. I enjoy dancing, doing TikToks. If you visit my TikTok page, you'll see, quite a few of me dancing. Let's see, what else?
Yeah, I have saw. Yeah. You do a lot of the challenges, so cool. I wish I had rhythm like that. I ain't no soul brother.
Oh, you don't have to. You don't have for TikTok. You don't need rhythm.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
And the most viral videos are the people that don't have rhythm.
Right. So at some point, did you work in a brick-and-mortar veterinarian place first?
I did. So in order to get accepted into vet school, you have to have a certain amount of experience.
Mhm.
So typically, when I applied, it was about $200 200 hours of experience that you needed to get.
Mhm.
And so once I went back to undergrad, when I realized, okay, I want to be a vet. So went back to undergrad. And while I was in undergrad the second time, I was also working at a small animal practice to get my clinical hours so that I could apply to vet school.
Okay. So like coming up, did you have a lot of pets and different animals and things like that?
We did. We always had animals. We had dogs, cats, guinea pigs, hermit crabs. At one point, we had some ducks that we rescued from the pond.
Mhm.
I had a rabbit. I remember that rabbit. One of my dogs actually killed one of my rabbits, but
Oh man, yeah.
that was pretty sad. I was
Yeah.
kind of devastated about that. There was always some type of pet.
Right. And you're originally from PA, right?
Yes, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yep,
So
I was born in Bristol, which is outside of Philly.
Okay. Cool. So your journey, you seem pretty persistent. Let me ask you this. What can you tell somebody who's going to go through vet school or something like that? What tips would you give them?
I would say definitely do their research as far as the schools go. So compared to like the physician field,
Mhm.
there aren't as many vet schools as there are medical schools.
Mhm.
So we're kind of, limited. And so I'll definitely say research the school and keep your grades up. They want you to have a minimum of a 3.5 GPA in order to have a competitive application. Make sure you get your clinical hours in. And you do want to have like a well-rounded application. You don't want it to just be focused on schoolwork. You also want to be involved in extracurricular activities. So they know, you're well-rounded, you're a social person, you're not just stuck in the books all the time. Because once you become a vet, you're going to have to deal with people.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it, before I became a vet, how much people interaction you're going to have. But for every pet, you got to remember there's a person attached to that pet.
Yeah, for sure. If it's a pet, you got a pet parent. Yeah.
Right.
When you're talking about being social, you are one social butterfly. I see you. Yeah, I see you always, like you saying, you're doing a TikTok, and I see you at different events, networking. How important is networking to you?
Oh, it's definitely very important. I think a lot of the opportunities that I've received is because I've networked with people. I don't think it's solely based on skill as far as your success in your career.
Mhm.
You can have the best skill, but if you don't know how to network or communicate with people, then nobody's going to come to you.
Right.
So definitely networking is a big part of, building up my clientele.
Gotcha. At some point, you started the mobile veterinarian service. How did that come about?
Okay. So I was working. So after I did my residency at Emory and realized I didn't want to do lab animal medicine anymore, I started working at a corporate hospital doing small animal medicine because I was like, I went to school, learned all this stuff about treating animals. And then the residency I did in lab animal, I wasn't getting enough hands-on with the animals. It was a lot of paperwork, a lot of meetings, reading research protocols. So I was like, yeah, this really isn't for me. So started working at the corporate hospital, and it was just long hours. They pack your schedule out. You have, meetings if you're not making enough money, for the hospital, if you're not seeing enough pets. It was a very stressful environment, and it just wasn't what I wanted. Yeah. And I was starting a family as well. So, working all these hours, being stressed out, tired, then coming home to a newborn baby, it just wasn't the life that I wanted. So I decided to, start going out on my own. So when I was actually living in Virginia and I had my cat, I did start having a mobile vet come to the home. So that's, how I got the idea. And so on my days off, when I was working at the corporate hospital, I started seeing pets in my basement. Mm-hmm. And then, as I started a website, started advertising, putting myself out there. I did Google ads. Once people started calling more, then I eventually got a vehicle and started going to their homes. And then it kind of just took off from there. And I was eventually able to quit my job. And I quit.
How long did that take you?
I'd say probably maybe 8 months.
Dang, excuse me, doggone.
Yeah, it was probably 8 months, but it was because they made me mad. That's really why I quit. And then because I was slowly cutting back my time. So first I was full-time at the hospital, and then on my days off, I was doing the mobile vet stuff. And then I cut back to part-time. And so I was able to do the mobile vet more. And then after they made me mad, then I was like, you know what? I feel like I've built this up enough where, if I had more days, then I could just do this fully. Right. And so, I just went all in at that point.
That's good. Yeah. Sometimes you just need that little kick, boom, and go and get you going. So, back in the day, I used to go to Atlanta a lot. We ain't gonna talk about them trips. They had a club down there called 112. I ain't gonna get into that, but I remember the traffic. Mm-hmm. How do you navigate that?
So what I try to do, I try to schedule strategically. So I live outside of Atlanta. So in the morning is the best time for me to go out to Atlanta. And then I try to work my way back to where I live by like 1 o'clock, because once like 2 o'clock comes, I'm going to be in Atlanta traffic.
Oh man. And
I try to,
If it rains, oh my God, can't nobody.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, it's bad.
Yeah. But I mean, where we are is kind of expected. So if I do hit traffic, just communicating that to the owner, say, hey, we're running a little behind, we're in some traffic. Most of the time they're understanding.
Yeah. In your perspective, or from the feedback you get, what is the number one benefit about are you for your customers? I know coming to them is probably the biggest thing, but something else.
Something else besides coming to them?
Uh-huh.
I think when they have to take their pets out to the vet, it's just a very stressful situation a lot of times for my clients. Mm-hmm. So some pets may be dog aggressive, and you take them to the vet and they're trying to attack, other dogs in the lobby.
That's true.
You may not be able to get your cat in the carrier because you're getting scratched up or bit up trying to get the cat in the carrier to get it in the car. Mm-hmm. Some pets get car sickness. So you put the pet in the car and then you're driving up the street and then it's vomiting all over your seats. Mm-hmm. Or they just get really anxious just being outside the home. Right. And then you put an anxious dog in the car, drive it across town in Atlanta traffic, get to the hospital, sit in the lobby. There's other dogs, cats, smells, strangers walking by. Yes, you got to sit there. You got to wait, then do the appointment, then do that all the way, do it again all the way back home.
Right.
So it's just, it's stressful to have to take their pets to the vet.
And you know what? For me, we don't have a mobile vet here, but I had to, if I can catch him and he not busy, I had to kick down my vet a little bit more money. Being a breeder,
right.
I had multiple dogs, and I got big dogs.
Right. Oh yeah. And that's another thing. Like some people with the big dogs, they will lay down and just not get in the car.
Right.
People just can't get their pet in the car.
Right. So
yeah, or they may have fancy cars and they don't want the big dog drooling all over their car or getting the hair all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a lot of different reasons why owners would need a mobile vet.
Right. So what is the primary thing you do for is like, do you do a lot of shots, rabies? Okay.
Yeah, so we mainly do preventative care services, so vaccines, heartworm tests, fecal tests, deworming. And then we also do minor sick visits such as vomiting, diarrhea, ear infections, skin infections. Did I say vomiting? I think
yes, ma'am. You did. Yeah.
Yeah. And then some minor surgeries like laceration repairs, just small stuff like that.
Right. When I'm not saying you go in people's homes to be nosy, but do you like pay attention to the environment a dog lives in? Say you got an old dog, say, you putting them going up them steps like that. Do you advise against stuff like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. So just a quick story. I actually had a client that called me to euthanize her dog.
Oh yeah, you did.
And so, I get there expecting to euthanize the dog. I go to the door, I knock on the door, and the dog comes running to the door, just as happy, barking, wagging his tail. And I'm like, this dog doesn't look like it needs to be euthanized. So she lets me in and we had a conversation. I was like, hey, what's going on? Why are we, euthanizing this dog? And she's like, oh, well, he's just getting older and he's having a difficult time going up and down the steps. And she had other stuff going on too with family, like she was a caretaker for somebody, and then she did have another dog. And so I think it was just a lot on her at the time. So at that point in time, she was like, you know what, I'm just going to euthanize the dog. And so I asked her where the steps are that he's going, outside. And so she showed me the steps and she's taking him out the back steps. And it's a pretty high back porch. So there were, at least about 12 steps that he had to go down. And so I was like, well, is there any way you can either take him, out the front door? Because it's, 2 steps out the front door versus, 12 of the back door. And then I also told her about the harness that you can put on the dog so that it has a handle at the back end. So you can kind of help lift them up and help them down the steps. So it's not strenuous on you. So you're not trying to, carry a dog down the steps. You can just, guide the dog. Yes, and so after much convincing, I did convince her not to euthanize the dog, and she was open to trying other measures because the dog was just bright, alert, was eating and drinking fine. When he ran to the door, he wasn't acting like he had a whole lot of arthritis issues. So yeah, by seeing the environment, I was able to, try to navigate her to other options.
Right. Euthanasia, man, they got to be pretty tough. I mean, I know as being a doctor and everything, I remember I worked in a hospital when I was a young man. I used to take them trays up to the floors, and I worked the AIDS and cancer floor. So some days people might be there, some days they might not, and you get used to coming in and say hello and they be happy to see you. But after a while, my mind state changed and I kind of saw that this happens a lot. Now, I ain't gonna say I became desensitized, but it made a stillness to me. How tough is it, walking people through the euthanasia process? And what is there a difference in that process at the home versus a vet room or anything like that?
I think there's definitely a difference when you're euthanizing a pet in an environment that they're already comfortable in and not getting stressed out beforehand by the car ride and then, the people and the pets in the lobby, and then the cold table at the vet hospital. And then, some people, they invite their whole family over. It's like like a funeral.
Yeah.
And you can't always do that in vet hospitals.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I think it's more intimate, and I even allow people to, choose where they want to have the euthanasia. So, for example, if your pet had a favorite spot outside in the backyard by the tree, and you want to euthanize it there, then that's where we euthanize it. Or if it had, a favorite spot in the living room on its bed, then we'll do it there. So I think, it's a lot more customized and intimate.
Right.
When it's done in the home, and it's not rushed.
Yeah.
We take our time, we give the owners the time to say goodbye, and it's just a much better experience.
Reactive dogs, do you even deal with those, or and how do you deal with reactive dogs?
We definitely have quite a few reactive dogs. A lot of times, so once I do my initial evaluation, if I can't touch the dog at all, like if they're, growling, trying to lunge, then I leave a sedative for the owner. And then we reschedule the appointment, because if the owner can't get the muzzle on, I can't get the muzzle on because it's trying to, lunge and attack me. Then in order to keep it safe for everybody, sometimes we do have to reschedule the appointment. And then the owners will give the meds, the night before the appointment, and then again the day of, 2 hours prior. And that typically calms them down enough where we can, put a muzzle on if we need to. And some dogs are so bad even with the pills, we may still have to do an injectable sedative to knock them down completely.
Right. I'm gonna ask you to I want you to be nerdy on this a little bit. Because the inside, what kind of vehicle do you drive? This unit, is it?
Okay, so I have two right now, actually.
I got two.
So I have a Ford E350.
Okay.
So that one's kind of my backup vehicle now. It was my main vehicle, but I recently got a 2022 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. Okay.
So inside of a mobile veterinarian vehicle, what it look like? What's in there?
So we have a standard exam table that goes up and goes down, just like in the hospital. We have cabinets going, attached to the walls, kind of going in a U-shaped. So that's where we keep all our supplies, our medications, our lab equipment, any additional storage that we may need. And then I also have kind of like a desk area where I have my computer. Let's see what else. Yeah, it pretty much is set up just like an exam room in a hospital, but it's just in a Sprinter van.
Gotcha. So earlier I was talking about you being very social, right? Or appear to be. So in Atlanta or surrounding areas, what would be like a very good pet friendly spot, like people's favorite spot there?
There is, so a lot of people go to Piedmont Park. There's also another one that recently opened up. It's called Skip Town. I haven't been there yet, but a lot of people have mentioned it. And they have like an indoor and an outdoor play area for the dogs, as well as a bar for the owners. So I think that's what attracts a lot of people. And then Fetch Dog Park, they actually have a couple locations, and they also have, beverages at their parks as well.
Gotcha. Is there a common medical myth that you run into a lot? You're like, no, that's not true about dogs or anything like that? Is it a lot of them?
Well, the one that comes to mind first, and this one was like so far out the park, I was like, wow, I never knew people thought that. So I was doing the appointment, and I asked her if her pet was on heartworm prevention. Because, I always recommend a heartworm test at their annual visits. And she was like, no, my dog's not on heartworm prevention. I don't feed him table food. I was like, you don't feed him table food? Oh, that's good. But we still need to, get him on some heartworm prevention. Right. She was like, no, don't you get heartworms from feeding them table food? I was like, no, ma'am. So I had to explain to her the whole heartworm cycle that, if the dog gets bit by a mosquito, it injects larvae into the bloodstream, then it travels to the heart, and then it turns into worms in the heart. So you want to keep them on that monthly prevention so that if they did get bit by a mosquito, then it kills the larva in the blood before it gets to the heart and turns into heartworm disease. So,
right.
I think she was very clear after that appointment.
Yeah. I remember just coming up. It's kind of embarrassing to say, but we just didn't know a lot about health and dogs when we was coming up as a kid and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Especially being in the South. It was just different. We looked at dogs different. Like it's
I think the North too, because my parents never really took our pets to the vet either.
Okay, so what about diet?
Okay, what about diet? I know where this is going already. Let me sip my coffee.
Okay. All right. So you know what they say about vets, right? Well, at least on my channel. They're always pushing that kibble because they work for them companies. That's
another myth, a huge myth. We do not work for the companies. We do not get any percentage of sales or anything like that from Royal Canin, Purina, none of the dog companies. We don't get any money from. Right.
Now,
what I can say is if, for example, I do partner with Chewy. So when people order like their preventatives and dog foods and, other dog supplies from there, if I'm the recommended vet, then I do get a percentage, but that's from Chewy. That's not directly from any of the food companies.
Right. And you agree that probably raw is the best option, but a lot. Sip my coffee again. Go ahead, sip your coffee. Yeah, but I know people ain't gonna do that because I'm a kibble feeder. If I can feed raw, I will feed raw. But I'm not going to go get no bunch of oats, no berries, no. If kibble is what I'm gonna do, and the kibble what most people are gonna do. But and look, I do raw dog food shows. I respect people that do raw dog food, but sometimes they can be a little pushy about it. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I said that, y'all.
So the reason why I typically don't recommend raw is because just the risk of salmonella poisoning. Because if it's not handled properly, you're putting the pet at risk and you're putting yourself at risk, your children at risk. And so that's the main reason why I say, I don't recommend raw. I think, if you can cook your dog's food, then that's great. I would actually recommend that over the kibble if you know the right amount of ingredients to put in. So it's a balance, they have enough vitamins and minerals and nutrients and protein and fats that they're supposed to have. Then I would actually prefer that over the kibble. But I feed my dogs kibble just because it's easy. And I barely cook for myself. So I definitely, I'm not cooking for my dogs. So they get kibble.
Right. So
can I put them outside real quick?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's all good. Okay, good, doctor. I got a few more. So since you already knee deep in it right now and you done answered some tough questions, I'm gonna do one more tough question for you. Okay. Your thoughts on people, the holistic people against the vaccinations and different things like that.
My thoughts on holistic people that are against vaccinations. You mean vaccinations for their pets?
For the pets, yeah. Yeah, for the pets. Yeah, let me be specific here.
I really don't run across a whole lot of them. But Because in order for us to see your pet, they have to have the rabies vaccine.
You gotta have it, yeah.
So, I
It just
mean,
kinda-
are you not going to get your pet serviced, or is the pet not having a rabies vaccine more important to you?
Right.
I do run across people that, they're hesitant to give medications, which I understand, or they're hesitant to give, the flea prevention or the heartworm prevention, because it's, it is putting chemicals on and in your pet's body.
Yes, ma'am.
But they're effective at the same time. So it's like a double-edged sword.
It is, yeah.
Not give it, and then you risk your pet getting heartworm disease, and then you end up paying $3,000 for treatment, or do you just give it the pill every month and it's protected? Right.
Yeah.
So I do have quite a few people that decline, flea and heartworm prevention.
Gotcha. So let's get in this because I know you got to go, and I'm gonna have to go too. So you have a product, a line. Could you talk about that? I got it wrote down somewhere, but I can't find it.
Sure. So it's not active right now. I still have my Instagram page. So I started Sankofa Medical Scrubs, which is an afrocentric line of scrubs. And mainly I started it because when I got into the medical field, I just didn't find scrubs that represented me. And, I just wanted to express my heritage. So I started the line of scrubs probably back in, it was way before COVID. Do you know the year?
The year you started those? No.
Yeah.
No, I don't have.
I want to say maybe like 2015, 2016, something like that.
Okay.
And everybody loved them. It was a good hit. I had a website. People would order online. I even had them on Amazon, and people would order them directly from Amazon as well. When I started the mobile vet practice, it was hard for me to juggle both. And so the scrub line kind of, fell on the wayside. I still have some people, hit me up in my DMs asking for the scrubs, and I'll still send out some orders because I still do have inventory. But as far as being able to focus on both, it's just hard.
Right. I got you. Okay, I think I found it. I'm gonna show it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Bam. Share screen. Boom. Boom. Can you see it?
I can. Oh, that was like my first business.
Yeah. Look at that. Nice.
Yeah. So if people DM me on my scrub page, then I can still send out orders. So we have from extra small to 2X, and we have the two colors, the black and the burgundy.
Okay, cool. And also, before we get out of here, I'm gonna pull up some of the services you offer, if you don't mind, so they can see. Sure. And while I'm doing that, why don't you explain how to book with you?
Yes. So in order to book, you can go to my website. It's royalpawsandpurrs.com, and you could submit an appointment request there, or you can give us a call at 678-689-4005.
Okay. All right. And let me show that to the audience. 1 second, good doctor. Let me see here. I should be more quicker with this. Okay, bam. Because I want them to see it, because my editor, sometimes he be tripping. Oh, Don, this is the wrong one. Okay. Can you see it?
I see the scrubs.
Oh, you see the scrubs? Okay. Hold on a minute.
And I don't know if I gave that Instagram. It's Sankofa Medical Scrubs, Sankofa.
Okay. All right. Bam. Now you see it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. You like purple, don't you?
I do. Those are my colors.
So you got the wellness exams, preventative care, diagnostic care, additional services. Man,
Mhm.
wow. Okay. Do you got help?
So I do have a vet assistant that rides with me on a daily basis, and she helps with holding the pets, pulling up vaccines, and running the tests and cleaning after every single appointment. And then I have virtual assistants that answer the phones and schedule appointments and send out reminder texts and emails.
Right.
Stuff like
Okay.
that.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So yeah. Well, good doctor. I appreciate you coming. This was a very fun interview.
Oh, good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I enjoyed it.
Likewise. So, is there anything else you would like to say? Closing remarks, benediction, before we get out of here.
Sure. I would like to say that African Americans, we make up less than 2% in the field.
Mhm.
And before I went to vet school, I had never even seen a Black vet before. So I pride myself in being able to be, a role model for people that look like me that want to be a vet. So I have started putting together a summer program, and it'll be for high schoolers and undergrad students that are interested in becoming a vet. And I just want to, make sure I expose them to the field so they could, make an informed decision as to whether it's something that they really want to do or not. So it'll include, learning coursework, learning about the vaccines, just basic stuff that vets do. They'll learn that, and then they'll get to come on the truck with me and ride along for a couple days so they can see real life work as a vet as well. So they can also DM me about that if they're interested.
All right. Well, you didn't have to do it, but you did. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, keep up the good work. Thank you for your service. Maybe you can franchise one of them trucks down here so I can have a mobile vet.
Right. Now, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you do your own shots?
Well, initially, but my veterinarian, he comes by and do my rabies once a year.
Right.
Yeah,
what about like parvo, the ones you can get from Tractor Supply? You do those?
I get mine from Revival. Yeah.
Oh, Revival. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah. So I do administer my own shots.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on vets on breeders doing that?
Honestly, I would rather them do it that way than not do it at all. Okay. And that's with anybody, even if pet owners, if you can't afford a vet to come to your home and you go to Tractor Supply and get the vaccine, if you know what you're doing and you're not, scared to give the shots and not sure if it went in, but if you know what you're doing, then I'd rather them have the protection.
Yeah. I get mine from Revival because I don't know. It's just I trust them a little bit more with the handling of the whatchamacallit, and I have so many puppies, so I got to get a tray.
Right.
Sometimes. So yeah, it's more economically feasible on me that way. Mm-hmm. And then I just take the stickers and keep up with them on a little
card.
The card, and then I bring it to you, and I said, "Good doctor, this is what I've did so far."
Okay. And what age do you start your shots?
We do 6, 8, 10 through 12, and then the 16 weeks, and that will be with the rabies.
You do the rabies one at 12 weeks?
16.
Oh.
Yeah. When you do yours?
So typically about 12 weeks of age.
Really?
That's the earliest they can get the rabies, at 12 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I usually do it at 16.
Okay. But typically I do the last distemper parvo vaccine between 16 and 18 weeks.
Right. Okay. So here's another thing before we get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm personally keeping a pup, I've had some bad experiences going in the vet.
Mm-hmm.
Parvo.
Okay.
So yeah. So you'll be another reason. Like I don't want to go in there with that many animals and things like that.
Right.
So yeah, so that's why I kind of wait till later.
Okay.
Yeah, so yes, ma'am.
Okay, gotcha. And then another question I have, I'm taking advantage of my time.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't get to ask breeders these questions often. Well, at all, actually. A lot of breeders don't recommend pets get the leptospirosis vaccine. Do you know why that is?
The lepto, that's the one that is passed through the deer urine. Is that the one passed through deer?
So yeah, deer, rodents outside, it comes from their urine.
Right.
So if like dogs go outside and lick water puddles or go to lakes and they're licking the lake water, they can get infected with it.
Right. So some of them don't believe in giving things they don't feel like they're gonna run into.
What about rodents? Rats, mice?
My dogs get lepto. Where I live in the country setting, so my dogs get it all.
Okay.
We got a lot of deer here, so yeah. So I'm rather safe than sorry, but that's what I've heard. They said it's not a threat to me. I'm not going to treat for it because of, it's poor, something. Yeah. So people are skeptical of some of the vaccinations nowadays.
Right.
Gotcha. Out of the culture we're in right now. Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Because they've actually made it a core vaccine now. So now now it's distemper, parvo, rabies, and lepto as the core vaccines.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I'm in agreement with not giving, vaccines that a pet doesn't need. Like if it doesn't go to boarding or grooming, if it just stays in the house, then it doesn't necessarily need Bordetella or canine influenza. So I do try to make sure I vaccinate for the pet's lifestyle.
See, but Bordetella, I got to give it because I got multiple dogs, and I would suggest somebody giving it because they're gonna want you to have it if you got to go out of town.
Yeah.
As a pet owner, you know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
I asked somebody the other day. I was like, "Do they go to grooming, dog park?" She's like, "No, they don't go to any of that." I was like, "Do you ever go out of town? You don't ever have to board them?" She's like, "No, I don't go out of town."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Okay, well, I guess if she ever decides to go out of town, she'll get it. She'll have to get it." But
I know, right? Let me ask you one more, and I'm sorry, I promise, because you keep you ask me questions.
I know, I kept it going.
Yeah, you get me fired up. Snake bites.
Okay.
How do you treat those? What's the protocol on treating them, and how medications?
Okay. So if an owner called me and said their pet was bit by a snake, I would ask what type of snake, because all snakes aren't venomous. If it is a venomous snake, they're going to have to take it to emergency. That's my answer. They would have to go to emergency. I don't do emergency.
Right.
So I would definitely have to refer.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. I'm going to let you go, dear sister. I appreciate you so much.
Okay. Oh, also another thing.
Look at you.
I would say, wait, no, this is still with the snake bite.
Okay.
I would have them call the, what's that hotline? The toxic hotline. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. Some kind of venomous snake hotline or something like that.
It's not just for like anything toxic. Oh, what is that?
Like a poison hotline or something?
The what?
Is it like a poison? No, it wouldn't be a poison.
Yes, poison control for pets. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
Pet poison hotline. That's what it is.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
So okay. 100.
So I would refer them to them if it is, questionable whether or not it's venomous or not. But if it's venomous, for sure, go to emergency.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, if y'all go see her, say we saw you on NWA. And that's Northwest Arkansas, everybody, if you don't know what that means.
Oh, I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. If you come see us and you give us the code word NWA, I will give you $50 off your house coffee.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, ATL, come on. Yeah. So, All right. Well, thank you for doing that, and I appreciate you.
Okay, no problem.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Step into the realm of canine wisdom with our podcast, NWA Cane Corsos, where we interview dog men and women from around the globe. Discover their talents and insights on breeding, training, nutrition, and the rich history of dogs. Tune in to the most underrated yet influential dog podcast on social media. Your journey into the dog world starts here.